they say, no, please. I say, why? What I said? Your accent is beautiful. You don't have to change it. You hear someone that tells you this is impossible. Don't believe it. You have to try on your own if it's something true or not. No, like no one can stop love.
Nah. Federico, welcome to Beyond the Hustle.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It's a big pleasure.
Wonderful. I just want to know, as we start, do people ever ask you if you know someone like Buffon because you are from Italy?
Buffon, no. Maybe they ask me other things like when they know I'm Italian, like they start with pizza, they start doing this,
Oh, yeah.
these kind of things. But no, Buffon is the first time,
Yeah.
So never. But maybe they can tell me Totti. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Totti. Yeah,
But
Totti is also favorite.
yeah, but not Buffon.
It's funny because in Africa, when you are outside of Africa, somebody meets you, they ask you if you know someone like Mandela. And Mandela maybe is from South Africa and you are from Ghana. You have to explain that Africa is a whole continent, guys. There are so many countries
big.
and so many people.
Yeah.
All right. No, thank you so much for honoring our invite. So as we start, we always like to say here at Beyond the Hustle that everyone has a story behind them.
Okay.
We are who we are because of where we come from. So I just want to get a bit of your history, where you grew up, certain lessons that you learned that brought you here today.
Okay. So I was born in Rome, Italy, the capital of Italy. Yeah. I'm so proud of it. And so, yeah. And I was there until 16. Then I was playing soccer when I was young. So at the age of 16, I moved to a small city near Milan to follow my soccer dream.
Yeah.
And it was an important part of my life because moving by yourself in another city, it was not easy, and I was so young.
Yeah.
And that was my first time I left my city. It was for about 1 year.
Yeah.
And then I played there for 1 year. I played. Then as soon as I had the possibility to go back in Rome and play for another professional team,
Yeah.
I decided, okay, let me go back because I was missing too much my family, my friends, and everything. Because as Italians, we are really united with our family. It's something like so big.
Yeah.
So that was my first time I moved. Then I went back to Italy, and I followed my soccer career. Until the age of 21, I became professional and everything, and it was good. But then unfortunately for many injuries that I was having, I had to stop to follow that dream.
Yeah.
And the injuries that I had was like when my muscle would break. So like, it's difficult to explain because I never understood, and I went even to a lot of doctors why my muscle would break. But probably it's it's like the guy that runs fast and the guy that runs slow. You don't know, it's genetic.
Yeah.
So it was genetic.
Yeah.
And so instead of growing up, I was going down, and I was still too young, 21.
Yeah.
And it's not that I give up because, in life, I am a guy that I never give up. But I had to listen to my body, and my body was saying like, you can't anymore play in a certain level. You could play, but it was like not that kind of level. And I didn't like that.
Yeah.
For me, it was or big or nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like this. So I stopped, and for 1 year, I didn't know what to do. So I was like, what I'm going to do now? I don't know. And then I started a acting academy. And is where my career started. And it's funny because before I started that acting academy, when I was in school and I was doing theater, I was saying to the teachers, please, I don't want to do nothing.
Yeah.
I don't want to be an actor. I want, give me one line so you guys are happy, but I don't want to be on stage. If you want, maybe give me like, I want to be the guy of the lights,
Yeah.
So I was behind, I was joking with my friends, but I never want to be in front of an audience. So it's funny because then at 21, I finished one thing and I started totally another one that I never thought in my life that I could do it. Because when I was small, my family worked in the entertainment world, and I was on Hollywood sets when maybe I was 10, like with Heath Ledger, Matt Damon, Monica Bellucci.
Interesting.
And I was there on set. After 10 minutes, I was saying to my brother, like, let's go and play soccer. And we would go away from set and play soccer. When we were on set, we were like sitting on these chairs of the directors. My mom would come and I would say like to us, guys, what are you doing? So we were like really there enjoying, but after 10 minutes for me was like something I don't care, and I would go and play soccer. So it started, and I don't know how it started. Maybe it was in my blood and I didn't know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So which position did you play?
I played midfielder and wing. But wing, I was I loved to go to the attack. Coaches that wanted I defend, I would not agree a lot with them because I like to attack but not defend.
So then you have always been a performer because wingers and fielders, they like to control the game.
Yes, 100%.
No, that's interesting. And at times, I don't know if we can call it fate. You are good at football. You are professional.
Yeah.
And something happens to your body, you can't continue anymore. And then you find yourself in another field where if you trace back, then you also find that it might have been part of your destiny. Because you are mentioning that your parents were in the creative industry.
Yeah. Not only my parents, all my family. So yes.
Yeah. So you are going to be the only footballer in the family?
Yes, I was the only footballer. Yeah, like my dad, he was a good swimming guy.
Okay,
but like he can't play soccer. So I was the only one. My brother, he tried when he was young, but to have fun. But yeah, he did quite well, my brother. Yeah. But he didn't arrive where he didn't do the step of professional or almost professional. Like he was playing with young teams. Why I don't give up? Maybe for a white actor working in Joburg, maybe there are less roles than a black actor working here in Joburg, because maybe like the stories, are like for black people. But I think, like we are in Africa, so it's normal, no? That is like this. If we would be in Italy, the majority of people are white people. And so, of course, the story, because a lot of story, they are maybe from the past, from the history. So you can't put like a person that is not into that story, So it's part of the entertainment world. Like there are some places where you have more opportunities, more roles for a lot of different reasons, and other places that you have less. But when you have less, doesn't mean that you don't work, and sometimes doesn't mean that is a minus, because of course having less briefs, maybe it takes away a lot, but the one that are for you, that they are quite enough, you have much more possibility, Like I always think, if I go for an audition in Italy and they are looking for an Italian actor, maybe we are in 100, And so it's even much more difficult to get that role, even if there are like a lot of different briefs, But here instead they are looking for an Italian guy that is white and with this kind of accent. And I am the only one, or maybe like not the only one, but maybe there are the 2, 3, 4 people, not 100, So like, it's like in everything, we have to put the things in a balance, So it's good for one thing, it's bad for the other, and the opposite. So yeah, I of course I would prefer that there are much more briefs, for me. But I'm honest, like I thought there would be even less. So like I'm not so much disappointed for how many there are, because sometimes like I get good briefs and they are not so few. They are not as much as maybe a black guy or black woman gets, but I also think is normal because I'm here in South Africa, you know. So it should be like this. But the thing I can say, like, guys, to the production, bring even some more like roles, not maybe main roles, but like some small roles, and bring like this kind of accent, because I'm seeing that people love it. Like when they see me on TV and maybe they even like speak to me, they love this kind of accent. So like to the production, I can say like maybe a lot of production, they are scared about it, but don't be scared, because like people like it, and I'm sure is what people would like to see. Not all the times, but sometimes.
So growing up, did you have any influences that kind of like shaped where you were going? They could be in the movies or in football or just music.
So like I think the influencer is always my family, because they give me a really important base. So I always will say like my family always influence me and give me a lot, no? Yeah. To grow up in the best way and with good principle, is right to say? Yeah. With good principle. So I would say always my family, my dad, my mom, my grandfathers, my aunts, like all my family. I'm really happy about that. And outside from my family, yeah, I had like some stars, you know, in the sport entertainment that I loved, and even in the cinema.
Yeah.
One is Valentino Rossi, and the other one is Shevchenko in sport. Like when I was young, even George Weah. George Weah is an African player. Yeah. He was so good. These are the three. Maybe the first one was George Weah, and I was so little. I still remember I was in love with him. Then it became Shevchenko, and then Valentino Rossi. And like, you know, when you have this kind of people that you follow and you are a young guy, you really can learn a lot from them. Yeah. And so watching them, how they would train, how they would fall, and then how would they get up, you know, it helps a lot. So they give me like a lot of motivations. And in the entertainment world, I liked a lot Heath Ledger. Yeah. My mom was really friend with him. So when I was on set, he would speak to us, and then he was an excellent, one of the most important actors in Hollywood. And I still remember one time in Venice, he give us, you know, the things you play with the ball and then you play soccer. How is it called?
Oh, that is it what?
Football, yeah, I think, yeah, exactly.
I didn't know the name.
So he was in Venice, and he gave us this thing. So he had to do so much to put it in a boat and everything, because this thing had to arrive in Rome. It's big like this table, I think. And that is a good memory I had, and we still have that gift he gave us. So and in the cinema, he was the one I really liked him.
Yeah, wow. You know, there's some research which was done years ago around Italians. So there were Italians who moved to the United States.
Okay.
And then during the time, there was a doctor who just wanted to find out why so many Italians were living longer than people in the US.
Okay.
So people in the US, where they had problems with obesity and issues of different cardio type of issues. And Italians seemed to live a very, very long life. So when the research was done, one of the things that he realized, because he was just checking and eliminating a lot of things, he realized that one, they like to stay on the mountains. So he was like, maybe it's the mountains, because they have to climb up, climb down, you know, all the time. Maybe it's the mountains. And then they disqualified that. And then they were like, maybe it's the wine. Because they drink a lot of wine. Maybe it's the wine. They checked that. And then they scrapped it off also. But at the end, he realized that Italians lived, they were so deep rooted in family.
Yeah.
Extended family, the grandparents, everyone will stay like in the same locality. Can you just give us a picture? Is it exactly like that in Italy?
So especially before it was a lot like this. Now, unfortunately, this thing it's starting to be a little bit less, especially in big cities and especially in the north of Italy, like from Rome up. But in the south there is still this. But where there is a lot of this is in small cities. So the small cities, people would never go away from that city, even if it's small. Maybe it's 3,000 people living there. So it's where they like to stay, and it's difficult that they move, and it's really like that. In general, in Italy, it's like that, but before it was much more, and in big cities less. But still, still there is.
Yeah. So now, I need to know about your career. Okay. You moved from football. That was your passion. That is probably what you thought you are going to end up being.
Yes.
And there's this whole transition of now having to move into something else because of circumstances that were beyond your control, right? How was that transition? Was it scary? Did you feel like maybe this is the end of your passions and your life, your vision? How was it?
Honestly, if I would think this when I was like 14, I would think like it would be the end of the world for me. Instead, I don't know why, but when I arrived at 21, I had still that passion, but not anymore that kind of dream, like things were like being kind of, I didn't want anymore to train. For me, it was something like, oh my God, today I have to go and train. Oh my God, like it was not anymore the passion I had when I was younger. I don't know why. Maybe because I had a lot of injuries and maybe like I was tired. Maybe because I was seeing that I couldn't perform anymore as good as I was performing like some years before. Like, it's something that honestly, it just happened, So in that moment, it was difficult because I didn't have a plan B.
Yeah.
But it was not so much difficult because it was not like the end of the world like I would have think maybe 5, 6, 7 years before.
Yeah.
So like for 1 year it was like tough because I didn't know what to do. Luckily I was still young and I had time to decide, what to do in my future. But yeah, like it was tough to find the new street. That was difficult to find the new street, but it was not like the end of the world like I thought it might be,
Yeah. So let's talk entertainment now. Now you are in showbiz, modeling and acting. How has that journey been, and how long have you been doing that?
So I started around when I was 21. So when I started the academy, I think the same year, I don't want to lie, we did in the academy an a audition. And I got the role. So guys, like I thought, wow, it's so easy to get the role. Then going along with the years and doing a lot of auditions, I know that it's not so easy. But at that time, like maybe I was perfect for that role. Like it was a role that I really liked, And I honestly, I don't think I was ready because I was the main character for theater, and it was like not a lot of months I was studying, so I think I was not ready. But the director thought that I was the perfect person for that role. So it where everything started when I was 21 and I was still in the academy. They gave me a script like this. I think it was 120 pages. When I saw it, and they told me you have to memorize all of this. and not only memorize this, but you also have to memorize when you have to go out, when you have to come in, when you have to drink.
Yeah.
Inside me, I said, I'm not doing this. I'm gonna quit now, like not tomorrow. I'm gonna quit now. Yeah. But then, how I told you before, I don't like to give up.
Yeah.
So slowly, I memorized everything, and it was crazy that my first job was something so big, you know. So we brought that show for maybe a couple of years.
Yeah.
And it's where everything started until now. So it's about maybe around 15 years, because now I'm 35. So yeah.
What kind of a show was it?
So it was a modern show. Modern show, what it means, like in Italy we say modern show, but I don't know if in English is the right to say. So it was a show that it spoke about the actual life of a guy. That he was living a dramatic life, like using drugs and all these kind of things, and the family didn't know what to do, and they were trying to help him in any way, you know. So what's about the story? The story is that there are a lot of young people, unfortunately, not in Italy but around the world, that in one way or in another they start to use drugs, and the family don't know how to help them, because if they put too much love, he gets more frustrated. If they try to don't put love and leave him alone, he will do even worse. So it was a dramatic story, and then at the end, with like the help of my girlfriend and everything, I went out from this dramatic story. So it spoke about this, you know, the dramatic of a family looking for their own child, living the drama of drugging, but like big drugs, and like not being anymore himself. So it was this the story.
Yeah. I can imagine, because that is the drugs have really destroyed communities and families, and I think I resonate well with that story. You know, when you say the family didn't know how to help, because really families don't know how to help.
Yes.
People who are into drugs, you know, at times you try to support. When you support, it's like you are enabling. When you don't support, you are neglecting.
Yes.
So they never really know where to get in.
Yeah.
You know, because the thing about drugs is, you know, people who are in the system, you know, they live in their own world.
Their own world, 100%.
And they become tricky. They lie.
Yes.
They will do anything to get a fix.
Exactly the story that we brought on the show is exactly what you're saying. Lying so much. Exactly this. Unfortunately.
Is there a time, because I've always wondered, I've never interacted with actors before. Like, can you get a script this big, you read it, you memorize it for the show, and then you don't get a part? Does it happen like that? Can it happen like that?
It can happen. It can happen, because in the entertainment world, everything can happen. But it's difficult. One time they give you the script, the role is yours 99% of the time. It should happen like something crazy, that you have the script big like this, and then they change something. It's like maybe when you are practicing, or maybe after 2-3, maybe 2-3 is a lot. Maybe after 5-6 days of shoot, they understand, okay, this is not the right guy, they change. But it's something difficult. It happens in the entertainment world. It's not the first time I listen about it, but let's say when you have it,
very few chances.
Yeah, it's yours.
It's more like a contract.
Exactly. Like a contract. When they give you a small script, maybe 1-2 scenes,
try.
That is only to let you understand. You have to audition for that, and then one time you audition, they will say yes or no. But there are small scenes, like maybe 1, 2, 3 scenes, 4 maximum. But when you have the script, is yours. No, you have to do a mess to that they decide, okay, we don't want anymore him. You have to do a mess, maybe not professional on set, but also at the beginning, because if you shoot after 2 months and you are one of the main characters, they can change everything. So it's difficult that they would change. So the beginning was really difficult. Because even if I have my girlfriend that she's in the entertainment world, maybe she could give me some advice, but then I had to build everything by myself, you know. So at the beginning it was difficult because without an agent, I couldn't do nothing because I didn't know people, and like how you said, I'm in another country to the other side of the world with another language. So the beginning was difficult to find an agency, a good agency, because guys, there are so many that are not good agency. When they ask you want to sign, you need to pay a fee. It's not a good agency. First thing, like they can be good. This is something I want to say to the young people, and I hope you record me really close. Like guys, if an agency, you go for a meeting and they are really good to speak, because that is the first thing, when they are really good to speak and they can sell you everything, and they say like so many beautiful things to you, and then they ask you for money to sign, go away, because that is not a good agency. So the first thing is to find a good agency, and that's what I did. Luckily, because you have to be lucky, because you don't know them. Like one time you are inside, you know if they are good. And sometimes it's not that they are not good, because sometimes maybe they are good, but maybe they believe you, but not too much. So you have to find a good agency, and especially an agency that believes on you, that send you briefs and send you to auditions. And then I was lucky that I found 2 agency like good. And then from there, like I started to know people, and then I started to work. So at the beginning it was really difficult, but then slowly it was less difficult than what I thought. Also, like a lot of people, they told me like, for your accent you will struggle a lot and you will not work here. And instead it was not true. Of course, there are many less. It's right to say many less. There are less, but without many. There are less roles for my kind of accent, but the one that there are, I don't say that they are mine, but they're almost mine, because especially here in Joburg, there aren't a lot of people with my kind of accent. So like, but the people that would say, it's impossible you work there, it's not true. So another thing I want to say to people, like, if you hear someone that tells you this is impossible, don't believe it. You have to try on your own if it's something true or not. Because if I listen to the people that would tell me it was impossible, I would never have worked, and I would never done so many things that I did here in South Africa in 3 years, even less than 3 years. And so guys, always, like, if you hear something, you say, okay, thank you. Doesn't mean that you have to say he's saying something not true. You have to get it, but say, okay, I need to try it on myself. And sometimes you can say, like, they were right, and sometimes no. And in my case, they were not right, and luckily I didn't hear them, because now, like I'm working here, I'm happy, I'm doing good project with beautiful people, professional people, and yeah.
So you are also a director.
Yes.
Do you also pick people for certain roles?
So as a director, I did a couple of works. And yeah, like we see before we have the script, at least how we work, but everyone works like this. Before you have the script, then you have in mind, reading the script, what kind of character and what kind of image you would like that character should have in your film, short film, even documentaries.
Yeah.
And then from there, or you go straight to the person that you know, because maybe, no, I would like your kind of face, so I know like you are an actor, and I come directly to you. Otherwise, if I don't have a specific face in my head, we do like auditions. And sometimes, not sometimes, you ask to our agency, we would like a blonde guy, height in a certain way, skinny. Like you ask what you need, and they give you like the people options, for it. So this is how it works.
Yeah, and sometimes you is it possible that you could look for certain specs, and then maybe you get the person with the exact specs that you want, but they are not very good at now doing the role.
Yeah.
What do you do then if they have met all the physical specs from the outside, but they can't do the role? Do you train them, or
no? You don't get them. you try or to get someone similar, even if it's not 100% what you would like, but something similar, or like. Or you change a little bit. Instead of being blonde, you make him like brown hair. Also, like now there is like hairstylist, hair designers that they can do so many things, you know.
Yeah.
But more than hair and everything, because that with the artist, because I think people that work as makeup artist, hair designer, for me they are artists, so they can change, everything. So it's not the problem, but it's the like, I don't know how to say, physiognomatic face, like the face you can change, the hair you can put makeup, these things you can change, but like if you want that kind of person, that you can change. So if it's not good, you have to change a little bit, you know, from what you have in your mind.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Acting. It's something else. I read up and listen to a lot of documentaries of actors, and I've heard even guys like Denzel Washington saying that it doesn't get easy as you get to the top. You don't just like get roles. You have to work for the roles. You know,
always.
You have to. At times you are actually fighting for a role, and you are Denzel Washington. You've won so many awards, but still, there are people that you are competing with, including people who are just starting out in the industry.
Yes, true.
How true is that?
It's true. Like you always have to fight for the role, unless the director really wants you, the production really wants you, they call you, and it's done. Otherwise, if you have to do auditions, you always have to fight for it. Fight. There are steps, because you have to do the audition. One time you do the audition, you have to do the callback, and then after the callback, they have to choose you. But it's not only a person that chooses you. Like the director has to choose you, then the production, then if you are doing a commercial, the client, and like so, there are so many steps before you get that role. So it's too much fight. And then sometimes it's not only about you, because one time you do an audition and you do the callback and they got you, but then you can do nothing else. Then the client has to be happy, because if the client is not happy, like they go for another street, and you did your job. So like you have to fight for everything, but sometimes it's not enough for your fight, you know. Sometimes other circumstances can come, and maybe, like I told you, maybe the client tells, no, I don't like him because for a stupid thing, you know. And the other people can't say nothing. They can say, but he's really good. If the client says no, like they go for another thing, you know. So it's difficult. But the thing I want to say is not impossible, 100%. So everything in life is difficult, I think. And for any kind of context, for any kind of businesses. But I'm sure that I don't think nothing is impossible in life. If you really want something, maybe it's not today, maybe it's not tomorrow, maybe it's not after tomorrow, but the day will arrive. The important that everything you do, you put everything you have into it, and you really believe in yourself. Then you will have a lot of no's in life. And this is part of the game. And when you have nose, you will have days that you are demoralized, maybe periods that this happened also to me, that I'm depressed because like maybe work is not coming, or maybe I got a callback and maybe I didn't got that role, and I say like, I messed it up, and like maybe I'm not anymore good. So this kind of thinking comes, but then that period you have to put it in one side. You still have to continue to believe in yourself, to be strong mentally, and then the day will arrive of what you really wanted to achieve.
Yeah, I like that you said that because a lot of people do go through that. And judging from your story, I think you were hard hit. I can't imagine following a certain path, and you are chasing a certain career, and then it doesn't happen at some point, even though you managed to switch because you were younger. A lot of people get damaged by that. Automatically they start thinking,
of course,
you know what, this is what I wanted. Now they become a mess. They start taking drugs. They don't believe that there's something that they can do to regain their lives. So I think it's very important, because even for us, every now and then we get those little moments of depression.
Yeah.
When something is not happening right. But how long you are going to stay in that state will then determine whether you are going to make it in life or not.
It's true. And that moments, I think to everyone happen. And then you're right. Maybe there are people that they have more of that moments and people that have less. But the win of your life is not when, at least for me, is not when I achieve what I need, I really wanted, but it's when I fall, but I had the strength to stand up and go again where I wanted to be. For me, that is the win. Like falling and rising, not when I arrive to where I would like to arrive. So that is what I think. The strike was mainly done for AI. Is right to say AI? Yeah, not for influencer, for this kind of things, because that is another problem. AI that is taking away a lot of work from artists. Artists in general. I'm not speaking only about actors, but writers, like production, to everyone. Or maybe production not, because production are the one that are using AI, but like from all the departments that we need to shoot a film, and so it takes away a lot from us, and hopefully it never arrives where they want this AI to arrive, because otherwise it's a problem. But it's not a problem, I think, only for us, for artists, but it's a problem also for like for the world in general. Like imagine like something that doesn't exist gives you emotion. Like, yes, they can give you emotion, but it will never be that artistic thing that it was born so many years ago. And it would, like the magic of cinema, the magic of the entertainment, I think it will vanish, even like if you like, I think, I don't think I need to say much more. I think it would finish the magic of the magic world, and it would be sad. And speaking about the influencers, instead, the influencer, like I said before, like it's a problem, because like maybe a lot of people go on set and even maybe they don't know what they are doing. Maybe they don't know a script, and maybe like the other actors get frustrated, and so because it's not because they don't want, because they are not professional on what they are doing, but not professional because they don't want to be professional, because it's like me now. I go and do something that I never did, of course I'm like, okay, now what I should do, maybe I will not be there, and I will not be as much prepared as another guy that is there. He prepared for it. So that is another big problem, But I don't know, honestly, how can we solve it, because it's all about money. So if you get that guy, of course, there is a lot of people that will follow you, will see the film, and then you will get money, and maybe you get the best actor, and maybe it's not as well known as the influencer, and maybe you get much less money. So it's also, that is business. So it's tough to don't go for that line and try to go behind like it was maybe 20 years ago. But honestly, I don't know how. The only thing maybe is that the production, they can get the best acting people that they can, and they start to avoid this influencer thing. And people, if they want to go and see movies, or they watch it in that way or they don't watch it. So I'm sure they will come back. And, they have to take away this thing of normality of influencer. If it doesn't become anymore something normal, I think we will get back how it was 20 years ago. Instead, if for us, influence that they are acting, it's normal, it will go on until then it will start to do AI, because I think that is the step. Influencer and then AI. Instead, if we go back, probably we'll go back 20 years ago, and we go back to how much the artistic environment of the entertainment was. I'm speaking 20 years, but if I'm speaking yesterday, I saw a movie that my grandfathers did, both of them. And I'm speaking about 1960. That was 1950. That was like the real cinema, where everything was done with passion and with artistic people,
But what's wrong with using influencers to promote the movie without acting in it? Because
that is job. Something, you see.
That job,
exactly.
That job. I mean, influencers don't make clothes. Most of them, they promote the clothes.
Yeah.
These are going to be sold. But in movies, I love Jay-Z. There was a time Jay-Z was in a movie, bro. I was like, dog, just do music. Do music.
Yeah.
He was just there, and then I was like, hey, this guy, they just put him on because he's this famous rapper.
Yeah.
And they thought they should, because I really love movies and I pay attention to every little detail when it comes to a movie, right? And I don't really care who the person is.
Yeah.
When I'm watching a movie, I pay attention to how this person makes my emotions move.
Of course.
Right? It's not really a thing of, it's Jay-Z. I love Jay-Z. No, I love Jay-Z when he's singing.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I don't love him when he's acting.
100%.
Yeah.
So that what you're saying is what is the truth. Like the artistic thing vanishes.
Yeah.
Because the artistic thing is when you get into that kind of role that maybe you are totally away from it, and maybe you have to cry, maybe you have to laugh, that is the artistic thing that you have to. I studied the Stanislavski method, and Stanislavski method. When I was in the academy, I remember that I was in this theater, and they told us, now you have to feel cold. And I had to have goosebumps from nothing.
Yeah.
That is something that you are working with your head.
Yeah.
And then they told us, you have to have another emotion. And in that moment, you have to have another emotion. So that is art.
Yeah.
Instead how you say, if someone comes and you have to be yourself and you don't have to do nothing, where is the art?
Yeah, that's not acting.
It's not acting, and there is no art anymore,
it's not art.
Yeah.
So you are in Africa now, South Africa.
Yes.
What are you doing here?
What I'm doing?
Yes.
So my story is a little bit crazy but beautiful, I think.
Yeah.
So I start from the beginning, so at least you guys know 100%, because otherwise I say I came here for love. Stop, it's finished. So yes, it's for that why I came here at the first moment, but it's something that comes before. So I was nominated in Amsterdam in a film festival, and my film was nominated as Best European Film. And my girlfriend, she was also nominated for Best Actress. In the same festival, but of course we didn't know each other.
Yeah.
And at that period, I had an operation. And so I was not sure if I would go or not. I decided to go like the last 2 days. Like I did the ticket, but 2 days before I was saying to my family, I don't think I'm coming because I was not okay. The operation was quite big and everything. So I said, no, I don't think I'm coming because I'm coming because also they were coming because they were part of the project.
Yeah.
My dad and my brother, both of them, they were part of the project. My brother in that project, he was the producer, and my dad, he was the director. So I say, guys, I don't think I'm coming, you guys go. But they told, if you are not coming, maybe we also are not coming. So at the last 2 days, I say, okay, let me come. Yeah. So I went there and I went to Amsterdam in this film festival, and I met this wonderful woman. Yeah. She's also an actress in South Africa. Her name is Nqobile Khumalo. And
you say it well.
I say it well. What? You see, I force, because if I don't say it, because at the beginning I was saying Nqobile Khumalo. And it was like, she would watch me and she say, what are you saying? I say your name. She say, no, you have to do this click. So I struggled a lot, but now I say it right. I learned after a lot of practice. So I met her, we spoke in the festival, and then the day after, I think, she left for South Africa and I left for Italy after 2 days, We went after the festival, we went to have a drink all together with my family, with the people that I worked, and she was by herself. So because I went there with more people that participate to the film. Instead, because my film was nominated, instead she came by herself because she only was nominated as best actress, So she had to come by herself if she wanted, or maybe with a friend, but she decided to come by herself. So I invited her to come to have a drink with us. We spoke and everything, and then she left. I left, but we were still chatting on WhatsApp for a month and everything. So one day I told her, I was thinking to come to South Africa, and I was looking what she would say. She said, well, why not? South Africa is a beautiful place. I say, okay, I'm doing now the ticket. She said, what? I didn't expect this. Like, okay, that you are coming, but not now. I say, no, I'm doing now. And then the same day that we spoke about this, I did the ticket, and after maybe 5 days I was here in South Africa. Yeah. And so I knew her, but not so well. I met her one day and we stayed like a couple of hours, I didn't know her so well. And I came here, and this I have to say, she probably will not be happy. And when I came here, I phoned her and I say, I arrived. Yeah. And she said, yes, 5 minutes and I will be there at the airport. 5 minutes, I said, okay, she's late. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. She was not there. I thought like, maybe she's joking with me. What I'm doing? I came here to South Africa. I thought if she's not coming, I go immediately back. What I'm doing, in the other side of the world, like, and then I call her back. Sorry, but where are you? I'm still here. Yes, 5 minutes. It was the day that South Africa won the World Cup. Rugby World Cup.
Oh yeah.
The first one. Oh, yeah. After many years, 2019.
Yeah.
So everyone was crazy, so much traffic, and she didn't want to tell me like, I'm still, so far from you. So she told me 5 minutes, and then maybe after 1 hour she arrived. When I saw her, I said, okay, I don't care that I waited so much, but at least I know she's like, I'm with her now, So I didn't say her nothing. Now sometimes I say it to her to joke, but that day I didn't say nothing. Yeah. And then, like she brought me around. We enjoyed South Africa. She showed me like the best places and everything. And practically from that day, I never left. In what sense? Like that was the time that I got in love with her. Then I went back to Italy, but after 2 weeks, I came back here. I didn't even tell her I'm doing the ticket. I told her after 2 weeks, I went back to Italy. I say, I did the ticket. I'm coming tomorrow. She say, are you crazy? Yeah, I say, no, I want to stay with you and everything. So after 2 weeks, I did another ticket and I came here. Yeah. And that was the time that we we got in the relationship the second time I came here. And from there, I did the beginning up and down with Italy because I didn't have the visa. So I had to stay 3 months or 6 months, and then going back, so up and down a lot of times. But then from 2021, 2022, I stayed here. I got the visa, the permit visa to work and everything. And yeah, so this is how I came here and how now I'm here in South Africa.
Nah, that's a really beautiful story. That's one thing, love, that will move you a distance across continents.
Only love.
Only love.
Because I love my family, and I thought I would never leave my country. I never would think. But you're right. Love has no boundaries. Love has no one can stop love.
Nah.
So
no one can do that.
So I discovered it that time. I discovered it because I thought I'm strong, but no, love, you can't stop it. So yeah.
You should make a documentary about that.
So the beginning, of course, being in a relationship like this, how you said, it's not easy because the culture is totally different. So the beginning was difficult, but not family-wise, like me and her. But then, of course, we understood each other, and with the love that we had, we went on the problems that we were having, and then like family, it's my family were really so much happy when they knew that we were together. I think also her family, and now we need to do another step. That is the big one, and I can't say when, but hopefully soon,
Looking forward to that and that invite. So now you are in South Africa. You are doing some work.
Yes.
What are the projects that you are currently working on?
So this year I worked on a big role. It was for an Afrikaans show, a really important one called Binnelanders. And then I worked on other commercials. I did last month worked on a big commercial, and I work as a model, and now these are the projects that I worked on in this year, and then everything will come from the one day or from another. Like today I had a message from my agency that I got a role and have to shoot after tomorrow. So you never know, no? This world, the entertainment world is like this. I have some project with my own production. I want to do a feature film because I did a short film and a documentary. The documentary was also screened in the Joburg Film Festival this year. So I have the script now, and now I slowly I am building step by step to do this film, and then I would like also to do a theater show. So, but still, it's just an idea. I don't have the script. I don't have nothing, but the idea I have, and probably. Hopefully next year I can do these two projects, but instead the other projects they come from one day or one day or to another. Is right to say? Yeah.
Back in the day, we used to see the same faces on TV.
Okay.
Everywhere. And these are people who would have maybe auditioned, maybe coming from agencies, and then we'll see them on screen. Next show, sometimes I know in South Africa at times you see the same faces on 3 different shows playing, on TV at the same times. But I think with social media, coming in, there has been talent being identified now easily on social media. Would you say that that has helped in terms of identifying talents? Because there are people who are doing short films on their socials and they put it out there, and it might be easier than before, where you had to wait for people to line up, and now you can just scroll at 2 a.m. and you are like, I think this guy.
Can I tell you, from that point of view, I'm a little bit of old school. Even if I'm like quite young still, but I'm a little bit old school. So social network for me, it's such a big, powerful channel for a lot of people. Also for me, because a lot of works, especially for modeling, I get them not only from my agency, but from social network. But it even ruined a lot the entertainment world because unfortunately there are maybe a lot of influencers that have millions of followers, and maybe they are actresses. And like you see them, like they don't know how to act, but only because the production got them, only because they have 3 million followers. So for me, that is not a nice thing that the entertainment world, not everyone, but some production are doing, unfortunately, because if she's an influencer and she has 3 million followers, doesn't mean that if she acts, she's good, and that is a kind of work that she's doing. But of course, production bring her because they know that if she or her, like the guy or the woman that has 3 million followers, can bring a lot of audience for that show, So it could be a plus for the production, but for the quality, it's not really a plus. Not everyone, because some maybe they didn't study, but they are good, So I don't like to say every influencer is like that, but a lot of influencer that I see, but I'm not the only one to say, like people in general that are inside the entertainment world, they see and they say like, why? So from one side, I think social network helps a lot, but from the other side, they take away so much, even from professional actors, or actresses. And honestly, for me, this is something sad that is happening in this period of time in our days, and I hope it will change. And luckily, not all production think like this. And
I think it's interesting that you said that, because I've never looked at it that way. But now that you are saying it, it's just coming to me. We see at times people going into the movie scene because they bring in a lot of followers, and the producers are like, no, this guy will be an instant hit because they already have a community. So if we put them on, we already have 1 million people who have the potential to buy and watch the show. But then again, showmanship, it's a totally different thing. It's the feeling that you give to people. And I've observed that most of the actors that I like myself are not popular on social media. At times, some of the movies that I watch, I have not even met this person. I've not even seen any of their profiles. I've not seen them on socials. This is just a new guy I'm watching, but they will
get
touch you in a certain way. I think that is the special thing about old school type of acting, where you get a character because they can speak to a certain group of people that you are trying to communicate to. No, that is a different take. I didn't really look at it that way. I was like, okay, but if someone is loved by 1 million people,
there is a reason.
That is the reason why.
But the reason is another one. Maybe because, like, they have a nice jacket. Maybe because they are in a nice car, or maybe because they show that they have money. But that doesn't mean that they know how to act. It's two different things. So
interesting. So when it comes to your own journey in acting, directing, showbiz, what are you looking at? What does the future look like?
So I always look to improve myself. I always look to do better than what I'm doing, and I always try to build dream after dream, because if I realize a dream, I want another dream, because putting dreams after dreams, I'm putting like my how can I say, my my grid higher and higher and higher. So if I realize a dream and I say, okay, I'm done, mentally I would say like, okay, I don't need to improve. I don't need to do nothing else because I did what I need to do. Instead, I think, at least for me, every time I do something good, for the entertainment world, for my career, but in general for life, I always want to do, okay, now I want to do something better. Now I want to do something better. Because this is the only way I grow up, and this is the only way that gives me motivation to continue what I love to do, you know? And yeah, so like every day it's a new beginning. Every day it's something new I want to do, and every day I want to do what I'm doing, but in a bigger way. I struggle a little bit to get the work permit visa, because to get the work permit visa here is like, guys, oh my God, you have to go to the VFS and then you go on the website and suddenly the website is not working and like you can't get into it and like you say like, what's going on? And then you understand that they like kind of block the website, all these kind of things. I knew because I did so many of visas and I understand. So you have to like do other things that now I know how, but like it's such a big thing. And honestly, it's difficult when you arrive there, no? So like I struggle a lot to get this visa, but finally I got the visa. And after only 3 months that I had the visa, I got one of the biggest commercials that year. That it was for budget insurance with Faf de Klerk. I was one of the main actors with him. And imagine how his life. Now people were saying, it's difficult. After 3 months that I started to do audition and everything, I got one of the biggest commercial in that year in South Africa, with Faf de Klerk, that is a Springbok legend. And I was one of the main actors with him for budget insurance, one of the biggest insurance in South Africa. So imagine like how things are, no? 3 months ago, I thought it's impossible. And after 3 months, I realized, no, it's not impossible. So
I've seen your photos on Insta. I can tell that you work out a lot.
Yeah.
Do you have a certain routine, or do you work out for roles? Because I've seen guys sometimes having to lose weight or having to get a 6-pack because they're working on a certain role. Do you do that?
So I gym because I like.
Oh yeah.
I'm honest. I don't gym because it's for my work. I could say that and I could seem cool, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gymming because I'm an actor or model. No, I'm gymming because I like.
Yeah.
I like to have a nice body. I like to look good for what I think it's nice on my body. So and when I train, it's something that I enjoy. It takes me away the stress. I like to be in the gym. For me, it's like a hobby. For your mental health, because when you are in the gym, you can take away so much stress in maybe a bad day that you're having. If you train in the morning, at least for me it's like this, it gives me so much energy during the day to do other million things that I need to do. So like I wake up, maybe not so much energy, I go to the gym in the morning and then automatically have so much strength.
Yeah.
And it's something that people should try. It's not easy, like everything, but one time you are into it, I can't not train. If I don't train one day, mentally I feel like sick, you know. I say like something is missing. Like I need to be there at least 1 hour a day.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You know, I always tell guys at the gym that I like to train early in the morning. So I tell them normally I will do 3 hours minimum at the gym.
Okay.
And I'll tell the guys that these are the only hours that I have control over. Like when I'm at the gym, I put my phone in the locker. No one is calling me. I'm there.
Relax.
I choose what I want to do. You know, I shower at my own time. I relax, get dressed, talking with the guys. And I'm like, this 3 hours is very precious because I control it. After the 3 hours, I started getting calls. Now it's a client asking for this. Now you start being moved in different directions.
But 3 hours is enough. Come on.
3 hours is enough.
You are one of the guys that train at 5 in the morning, because I like to train in the morning, but please not at 5. Here in South Africa, I see a lot of people that at 5 they are in the gym. I say like, how guys, how can you be at 5 in the gym? It means you wake up like maybe 3:30, 4, because you have to do breakfast and then shower and then go to the gym. So like you guys on this are a little bit crazy from my side. Like in Italy, we start from 6 to 7 to go to the gym, and I think 6 to 7 is already a good time. Yeah. But 5, guys, especially when it's winter, like no, 5 I can't. But from 6 to 7, I like to.
I think it's because of our working times.
Yeah.
So, we start to work quite early. Most people, they will start at 7:30. I know in Botswana, government employees start at 7:30, and then 8 it will be private and corporates. So if you go to the gym at 6 and you have to be in the office at 7:30,
it's already late. Yeah,
it's already late, right? And it's crazy because I don't do 5 a.m. I used to do 5 a.m., but nowadays I do 6. But the 5 a.m., that's when you find the whole parking is full. People are busy. The classes, the different classes are full. Then you're like, what time do these people wake up? Like,
yes,
like 3, and then you prepare, and then you have to be on the road going to the gym. Yeah.
No, but
it's
a good
lifestyle.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah.
But when I wake up early to go maybe at 5 to train, I say like, it's not for me, guys. A little bit later, please.
Yeah.
So the beginning was really difficult because even if I have my girlfriend that she's in the entertainment world, maybe she could give me some advice, but then I had to build everything by myself, So at the beginning it was difficult because without an agent, I couldn't do nothing because I didn't know people and like how you said, I'm in another country to the other side of the world with another language. So the beginning was difficult to find an agency, a good agency, because guys, there are so many that are not good agency. When they ask you want to sign, you need to pay a fee. It's not a good agency. Yeah. First thing, like they can be good. This is something I want to say to the young people, and I hope you record me really close. Yeah. Like guys, if an agency, you go for a meeting and they are really good to speak, because that is the first thing. When they are really good to speak and they can sell you everything, and they say like so many beautiful things to you, and then they ask you for money to sign, go away, because that is not a good agency. So the first thing is to find a good agency, and that's what I did. Luckily, because you have to be lucky because you don't know them. Like one time you are inside, if they are good. And sometimes it's not that they are not good, because sometimes maybe they are good, but maybe they believe you, but not too much. So you have to find a good agency, and especially an agency that believes on you, that send you briefs and send you to auditions. And then I was lucky that I found 2 agencies like good. And then from there, like I started to know people, and then I started to work. So at the beginning it was really difficult, but then slowly it was less difficult than what I thought. Also, like a lot of people, they told me like, for your accent, you will struggle a lot and you will not work here. And instead it was not true. Of course, there are many less. It's right to say many less. There are less, without many. There are less roles for my kind of accent, but the one that there are, I don't say that they are mine, but they're almost mine, because especially here in Joburg, there aren't a lot of people with my kind of accent. So but the people that would say, it's impossible you work there, it's not true. So another thing I want to say to people, like, if you hear someone that tells you this is impossible, don't believe it. You have to try on your own if it's something true or not. Because if I listen to the people that would tell me it was impossible, I would never have worked and I would never done so many things that I did here in South Africa in 3 years, even less than 3 years. And so guys, always like if you hear something, you say, okay, thank you. Doesn't mean that you have to say he's saying something not true. You have to get it, but say, okay, I need to try it on myself. And sometimes you can say like they were right, and sometimes no. And in my case, they were not right, and luckily I didn't hear them because now like I'm working here, I'm happy, I'm doing good project with beautiful people, professional people, and yeah.
So Federico, we always ask our guests to ask a question before they leave. This question is from Franco. Franco is a hairstylist. He does celebrities. So he said that we should ask you this question, but he did not know that it will be you coming.
Okay.
So the question is, how does what you do impact the life of others?
I think acting, like the first role I did, impact like the life of others when they come and see the show. You know, maybe they are coming and maybe they are not having the best time and maybe using drugs, you know, like we had so many people and we don't know who comes and see us. So maybe the guy that are coming, someone is using drug and maybe they see like how dramatic the life of the actor that is seeing the show it is how the life is dramatic. And so like when you are seeing something, you realize, because sometimes when you are the one that is doing something, you don't realize, you know, it seems normal to you. But when you see it, you can say like, what? Is this what like people that maybe do things that they shouldn't do, they act. This is how you can become if you get the wrong street. And then maybe you can think, and then you can like make a better, that guy, he can become a better person watching you, you know?
Yeah.
And that is like one example that I'm giving, but I can give you so many other examples. Maybe like you do another role that a guy is watching you and he can tell like, I want to become like him because maybe in that show you are like a kind of a hero, you know? And so it gives him motivation and say, okay, if he did it, even if it's a film, but he's not thinking it's a film, he gets in himself and he thinks that is real life, you know? A lot of people, like when they watch a film, they think like this thing is real, you know? And maybe it can give him hope, motivation to do better in life. So actors, a lot of acting roles that we get can give a lot of inspiration to people that are watching us. Yeah. Not all, because some, of course, is bad guys. So it could be the opposite. Yeah. Like maybe you are a criminal and maybe people say like, fuck, it's nice. So it could be tricky. Absolutely. But yes, like there is also the nice part, no? It depends on the role, of course.
Yeah. No, and we appreciate all actors out there because we have been influenced by them. Our lives have changed for the better because we have seen actors. Even though you know that this is a movie, it's scripted, these people are acting, but in some way or form, you still see yourself in some of the actors and you're like, you know what, I can't continue burying myself in the bedroom and being scared of people. I need to rise up and be like that guy. I need to walk into the room and own the space, you know. It's really beautiful what actors have been able to, how they have been able to influence our lives, and they continue to do that. And we wish you luck in everything that you do. In the roles that you are playing, that you grow, and your own production company gets to grow. So we also want you to leave a question for our next guests. We are going to let them know who asked that question, and what they do. So you can ask them that question.
Okay. Now I need maybe a couple of minutes to think about it. Maybe you cut and then how much the family is important for them, and why it's so important. So I think it's a nice question to ask.
All right, brother, thank you so much for honoring our invite.
Thank you.
And we hope to see you very, very soon.
Absolutely.
Probably at the awards or something.
Okay, for me, it was a big pleasure to be here. I had a wonderful conversation, and I really enjoyed. So thank you.
Great, man.